What's happening, people? It's the Visuals Peak. I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is COVID free. Today on the Retro Show, I've got Ricky. How's it going, man? You alright, yeah?
Yeah, good.
All good. Alright, cool. Let's get straight into it. What is your favourite game genre?
I think me, definitely sports games, the likes of FIFA when I was playing, definitely was my favourite.
So you only played FIFA. What about like car games?
Yeah, definitely a few races and the occasional shooting game, mostly Gran Turismo, not really like Call of Duty. I was never really into that.
Yeah, the same. I was never into Call of Duty as well, man. What about like games, you know, like Midnight Club, Need for Speed, those kind of games, Gran Turismo?
When it comes to the races, I mean, Gran Turismo I played quite a bit. I think that was the first race I played on like PlayStation 2. Then when I got into like PS3, that was probably like last console I bought. I was looking at more Juiced, things like Midnight Club. That was the main type of ones I liked. They were really good.
What was your first console?
PS1.
PS1?
Yeah.
You didn't have Mega Drive or Nintendo?
Mm-mm.
Oh wow, what was your first game on PS1?
PS1? Crash Bandicoot. Remember that was quite a heavy one that I played quite a lot. Tekken, played that a lot with my cousin. And FIFA 1999.
FIFA 99, yeah.
Graphics were a lot
different. Square heads. Did you own any handheld consoles like Game Boys?
So only one I had, not Game Boy, but I had a PSP. So I was growing up, I had a PSP. I like that a lot, especially for the feature you could actually connect to your friends a lot. So I sit down and play with quite a few friends with Grand Theft Auto and stuff, and like do shooting games amongst each other. So I thought that was quite a good device. Other than that, no, the only handheld device I had, PSP.
Okay, so you didn't have no Game Boys?
No Game Boys.
Okay. You missed out, man.
I'll tell you, man, I'm not a gaming expert.
Okay, what's the worst console you've ever played or had?
Well, if we're going to go by quality, I've always been with PlayStation, so I'd probably have to go PS1 because of the graphics relative to what I've experienced as they progressed over the years. So yeah, though I had fun at the time, don't get me wrong, loved it then, but then when you see how PlayStation progressed from that to what it is today, definitely has been a big upgrade, so PS1 probably the worst.
Did you used to play wrestling games, WWE, WWF?
On PlayStation 2, yeah, I did get SmackDown versus Raw and all those types of games. They were quite fun as well, but like I said, I think it's just when you look at how technology's improved and the graphics behind games has developed, you've got to appreciate where they are now relative to how they used to be.
Yeah, that's true, man. What would you say is the most frustrating game you've ever played? So like, you liked the game, just found it annoying, frustrating.
I think only because I used to get emotionally invested, I'd say FIFA, because when you're into the game, you're playing an online game and there's something like, it wasn't really the game as such, but like, you know when it like lags or connectivity goes and you're winning the game and you lose it and then the points go to the other player, stuff like that was just so infuriating. I still hate that. Probably with FIFA.
What's the best movie game that you have watched?
Movie game?
Yeah, so like, you know, Mario, Mortal Kombat, Sonic, Street Fighter. They became movies.
To name a few, out of those lot, played a little bit of Street Fighter with friends. I wouldn't say I was a big fan. I mean, out of the list you've given, I think probably that would be the most appropriate one.
Street Fighter?
Yeah, it's quite good.
Okay. If you had to change anything about a game, what would it be? And what game would it be and why?
I think, like I said, I've talked about FIFA quite a bit. Definitely out of the two, FIFA and Pro, I've started with FIFA now. But when I was younger, I played a lot of Pro. I think definitely one thing that was a bit annoying is that they didn't used to like use the real teams' names, or they didn't have
they didn't have the license,
Yeah, or they didn't have all the actual teams on there. So I think if I could change one thing about Pro in particular, it'd definitely be like the content and like what teams feature on there, stuff like that.
That's fair enough. So Street Fighter or Tekken?
Definitely Tekken.
Why?
For me, first, I played more of it, so I'm a lot more exposed to the game, but I just generally enjoy the gameplay a lot more, and like the levels, like you do story modes and things like that, and you meet like Hecha at the end or something like that.
Yeah.
I found that a lot more entertaining. In Tekken, I don't know, I think the character stuck in my head a lot more. With Street Fighter, I think it was a bit too amplified. Could say both of them were quite fake, of course, but I know Tekken I enjoyed a lot more. I liked it had disciplines like Eddie doing capoeira, things like that. So I thought Tekken was.
I feel like though Street Fighter was more button bashing.
Yeah, exactly.
To do a special move, you'll have to, with your thumb, you get a blister just to carry out
To be fair, I was going to say for the Tekken, I literally just be pressing like this or anywhere. As long as he didn't pull in a big punch, I was done.
Alright, cool. Since you said Tekken over Street Fighter, who was more of a better fighter though, Ryu or Jin Kazama?
Depends, because they'll actually, talking about Jin as just normal Jin. I remember when I played, it was Devil Jin as well.
Normal Jin, yeah.
Alright, so normal Jin, their moves weren't that dissimilar. Like I said, I'm probably a bit biased, but I go with Jin.
Come on, man.
I think
his moves are limited compared to Ryu.
Like, think about his alter ego, Devil Jin, he was a bad man, innit?
Well, Ryu had evil Ryu.
True. I think I'll go with Jin. I think, he was quite dangerous.
Alright,
a couple of times he smashed me up, innit? So, we'll talk about that.
What about Spyro or Crash Bandicoot?
Crash Bandicoot, 100%. I enjoyed that game a lot more in my childhood. Definitely as I grew up, found that a lot.
Did you like Crash Team Racing?
That was a good one actually.
Yeah,
that
I
was
really liked that
as well.
Over the original Crash Bandicoot games.
Yeah, the Crash Bandicoot on the PS1, definitely played a lot of that. Quite nice for adventure. Like when you're growing up, you probably appreciate the art of the games a lot more. And then when you grow up,
100%, yeah. PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation, sorry.
Why?
Team PlayStation. I've never had an Xbox, and two, I think the way the buttons are set out, I never really adjusted them. So like, I remember when I was choosing between Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, I remember I was looking at the buttons and I just thought, you know what, I've had PS1, PS2, and I'm always used to how the gameplay is, and then Xbox have got this button here, the analog's a bit higher or something.
Yeah,
so
it's higher.
I've always thought, PlayStation outside with.
But do you think like the Xbox controller is better than a PlayStation controller?
I don't know. Obviously, other gamers might see certain value in it, but for me, I just felt like there wasn't many barriers, and I didn't make my gameplay harder when I was using PlayStation. Everything seemed quite easy to use, but some might say Xbox was easier for them.
Alright, cool. Now this question, you're gonna like this one. FIFA or PES, but from early 2000s to mid 2000s. Which game was better? Forget that PES had fake names, fake teams, forget all of that.
You know what?
Let's talk about the gameplay, the molds, everything you can do.
I did used to love PES, I have to admit, especially like Pro 2006, and the last one I got was Pro 2010, and I love those. But the only thing I would say is that I probably loved it because it was so easy to actually use. Whereas I think if you want actual simulation of football, I think FIFA always trumps PES.
Who was your favourite team on 06 PES?
I've always used Man United.
Other than United?
Other than United, I probably have used probably obviously the likes of Real Madrid. You always want to use the big teams. You want to try and increase the likelihood of winning. So I'll definitely say those type of teams. But I think, like I said, with Pro, it's kind of just like, for example, it's always renowned for the likes of people like Adrian having big power, and if you just tap circle, the ball flies.
Yeah, the ball goes flying.
Whereas, like I said, with actual FIFA, I feel like it was more of a simulation of gameplay. You've got to build up, be more strategic about it, and then the chance will come and you find a way to take it. Whereas Pro, remember like the last one I got with 2010, you could literally get the ball with Ronaldo at the halfway line, just in, out, and you're front of goal, you smash it.
Even with Messi as well.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna lie though, on PES, my favourite team was always Liverpool. Ryan Babel, Gerrard, Alonso and Vieira. I don't know why, and Joe Cole. They were just a problem. They were a good team, and Barcelona and Real Madrid, they were just powerhouses.
You can't go
People
wrong.
were just being them because it's Real Madrid or Barcelona, but for me it was Liverpool, man. Juiced or Midnight Club, which one was better?
You know, I had Midnight Club on PlayStation 2 and PS3, and I always loved the feature of the fact that obviously just race through town, but then Juiced, I think overall, I think I enjoyed Juiced a bit more. Because I think Midnight Club, I love the street element to it, just that of course the odd occasion you go and crash.
What happened to Juiced though? They died off.
I don't know where it went.
They came, they made a sick game and cut.
It's true.
Need for Speed, still here.
That's true, they survived, I guess. But I think for me, what I experienced, I think, like I said, if I was going to go with the things that annoyed me sometimes, Midnight Club, you're having a really good route and then you might take the wrong turn and you're way off.
That's it,
you got to find a way to come back to that route and then go
By
again.
the time you've done that, you're out.
Juiced, at least, I like the fact of Juiced, what I really liked is that you had a variety of type of competitions. So some might be like a drift competition, some is a straight race.
It's different, it's different.
So I think, for Juiced, for the variation, how you could actually compete, I think I'd rather Juiced.
Gran Turismo or Need for Speed?
Gran Turismo. Yeah, I've always...
Over Need for Speed?
Yeah, I've had a lot more exposure to Gran Turismo, and I think I've played that a lot more than for Need for Speed. So probably on the basis of exposure and what I've played, I'll go Gran Turismo. But also, I played it from quite a young age, so I've seen quite a few variations of Gran Turismo, and I've always preferred the cars they use in there as well.
Need for Speed was like the first car game I played, like Nitro.
Yeah, that's
man.
a big
Yeah,
feature,
that I love getting Nitro, man. What's your favorite GTA game?
I would say GTA Episodes of Liberty City.
That's it.
Yeah,
when Faisal hears this, he's not going to be happy, man. He likes San Andreas for some reason. Most of the people that come on this show, they all say San Andreas,
of course,
man.
PlayStation days, like older, like PS2, San Andreas was sick, don't get me wrong, but I think based on, I think when I was playing San Andreas, I was just using cheat code after cheat code. Whereas I think it was a bit of an achievement when I finished Episode of Liberty City, because I literally completed that all through like my own hard work and effort. So that one was a legitimate. I concluded the game.
And when that came out, it blew up.
That was really good.
There was nothing like it. Around early 2000s, there was nothing like that sort of game. When the Getaway came out, they tried, and they did well, but nothing beats GTA.
No.
What's the best game you've ever played? Doesn't have to be retro.
I think if we're gonna go overall, obviously FIFA's like they all just kind of, it's just a football game. Like, you get adaptations here and there, but I think based on what I really, like I said, enjoyed, and for the variation in the game and different levels, I say GTA Episodes of Liberty City.
Okay, I thought you was gonna say Tekken or Gran Turismo.
No, because like kind of like it's like Tekken, you're gonna fight.
Yeah, you just fight in the next round. Yeah,
FIFA, you play football. With GTA, you have one level where you're involved with police, one level where you're gonna do something here. Like it's a lot more different. So.
Alright guys, we've reached the end of the show. I hope you liked watching it. Do you disagree or agree with anything Ricky has said? I mean, he's saying Tekken over Street Fighter.
I'm not an expert here, guys. Don't shoot me, but listen, my opinion is my opinion.
You even chose Jin Kazama over Ryu. Come on, man.
Devil Jin.
Alright guys, don't forget to leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit the like. And thank you for watching, guys.